I'm not telling you this because I want you to believe me. I'm telling it because I don't like carrying it alone anymore. Most people think they understand distance. They think sound works the way it's supposed to. Closer means louder. Farther means quieter. That's not always true. I learned that driving home one night, windows down, radio off, just listening to the road, the gloomy night sky. But something was off. I heard the crying before I saw anything. A woman's voice, thin, torn apart by grief. The kind of sound that doesn't ask for attention. It just leaks into the air and settles there. It sounded far away, across water. That should have been my first warning. I slowed down near the old canal at the edge of town. The water was black and still, like it had been waiting for night. The crying drifted over it, unchanged by the distance. That's what bothered me. When I stopped the car, the sound didn't grow. It didn't fade either. It stayed exactly the same. I stood there longer than I should have. Long enough to start imagining things I didn't want to see. Then my phone buzzed. My mum. She asked if I was home yet. I told her I'd stopped for a minute. She replied right away. Don't stop near water at night. I didn't ask her how she knew, and I didn't tell her what I could hear. The crying stopped the moment I put the phone back in my pocket. I told myself that was a good sign. It wasn't. The next time I heard her, I was on foot, walking the long path that runs beside the river, the one that feels safe during the day and wrong after dark. The moon was out, throwing shadows where they didn't belong. I heard the crying. It came from upstream, soft, but broken. I kept walking. I didn't want to stop again. That's when I noticed something that still makes my stomach tighten when I think about it. No matter how fast I walked, the crying never got closer, but it didn't fall behind me either. It stayed perfectly balanced, like it was matching my pace without moving. That's when the thought hit me. What if the sound wasn't traveling at all? What if it was already where I was? I didn't talk about it right away. You don't go around asking people if they've heard a crying woman near the river without them looking at you like you've already crossed a line. But eventually, I mentioned it to an older woman at the corner shop. Just casually. Like it was nothing. Her face told me everything before she even spoke. She doesn't chase, she said. She waits. I asked who she meant. She asked where I'd heard the crying. When I told her, she crossed herself without thinking. That means she noticed you. I laughed. I didn't mean to. It just slipped out. She didn't smile. She cries for her children, she said. And she cries when she finds someone who reminds her. Later that night, I dreamed about water. Not drowning, just standing in it, ankle deep, while something watched from the far bank. I woke up with the sound of crying still in my ears. Closer than before, but it soon passed. Things went quiet for a couple days. Then she spoke to me. I was driving again. Same road, same canal. The crying rose up, but this time it sounded different. Hopeful, like relief, not a sad weep. I slowed down before I could stop myself. The water rippled even though there was no wind. And I saw her, not clearly, not fully, just a pale white shape on the far side of the canal, bent forward, hair hanging down like wet weeds. She wasn't looking at me. She was looking at the water, crying like something had been taken from her. She'd never stopped reaching for it. I asked if she was okay. I don't know why I said that. The crying stopped. Slowly, she lifted her head. When she spoke again, her voice was closer than it should have been. "Have you seen them?" That's when I understood. I remembered what the older lady from the corner store said to me. She wasn't asking for help. She was asking a question she'd been asking for a very long time. Where are my sons? I don't remember getting back into my car. I remember locking my front door and sitting on the floor until morning, listening to the house settle around me like it was breathing. I told myself I wouldn't go near water again. And for a while, I didn't. But water's everywhere. Rivers, canals, drains, storm runoff after rain. You can't avoid it forever. After a big storm, I heard her again. This time, right outside my house. Soft. Patient, like she'd finally figured out where I lived. I didn't look out the window. I didn't open the door. I sat there listening while the sound moved past my walls, my rooms, my thoughts. Just before it faded, I heard her whisper something that still sticks with me. "Why won't you look at me?" I moved not long after that. Different town, different roads, no river close by. But sometimes, when everything's quiet enough and the fire burns low like this, I swear I can hear it again. Very far away, exactly the same volume. And I remember what that woman said. She doesn't chase, she waits. Because eventually, everyone crosses water. And when you hear her crying way off in the distance, that's when she's already close. Comment what tales you'd like to hear next.
Like and subscribe for more.